A change is coming for commuters using Illinois tollways. The new system won't require a deposit.
Plus, respiratory illnesses continue to spread throughout Illinois. Medical experts explain what patients should watch out for.
And a local nonprofit helps employers connect with job seekers. Organizers say today's event's about more than filling positions.
Live from WTVO 17, this is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. Commuters using the Illinois Tollway are in for some changes. We told you yesterday those old plastic transponders you put on your windshield will soon go away. Drea Baroni checked in with Tollway officials today. And Drea, what'd you find out?
That's right, Eric and Mimi. This year, the Illinois Tollway will transition from those bulky white boxes to an iPass sticker. They're smaller and cheaper than the old transponders. This makes Illinois the 20th state to adopt the new sticker technology. Cassandra Rouse, Illinois Tollway Executive Director, told me it's all about innovation on the roads and financial convenience for commuters.
There is no deposit required with the sticker tag. With the current, transponder that we have been accustomed to, there was a deposit required. But with this sticker tag, it is not active until you activate it by going online actually applying it to your account. But then again, as I mentioned, no deposit.
Another new thing about these stickers is they do not expire. Once you have it on your windshield, you don't have to worry about renewing them later. The stickers will be available at the end of January at Tollway Customer Service Centers and Oases. Next month, you can get them at Jewel Osco stores, Road Rangers, or online. You're still able to use those old transponders in the meantime, but make sure those aren't expired. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Drea. The Illinois Department of Transportation is working to keep the roads clear and you safe.
Our plow trucks carry a supply of salt with them everywhere they go, so if they're not physically plowing the salt or the snow off the roads, then they'll be spreading out of the back of their trucks. So they can do dual purposes. Sometimes they'll just drive around and spread salt. Sometimes they'll just push the snow off the road.
IDOT says the interstates are their highest priority, but they also focus on Illinois marked routes, making sure those roads are in good condition.
Flights at Chicago's O'Hare Airport are getting closer to normal after the snow caused cancellations, delays, and a ground stop. By this morning, there were about 90 flight cancellations at O'Hare, 4 at Midway. Yesterday, those numbers were more than 120 at O'Hare. Airlines canceled 40 at Midway. The average delay time at both airports is around 15 minutes early today.
Headed to Houston, and it was delayed. My original flight, I think, was at 5:50 and delayed till 2 a.m.
Flight was originally gonna depart at 10 a.m. Then they put me on a 4 p.m., which ended up being apparently a 7:30 p.m. But that means I missed my connection, and so now I can't get to New Orleans by tonight.
We didn't hear about any issues with flights out of Rockford's airport.
With winter weather we've had, a lot of people reach for the rock salt to clear the sidewalk and driveway, but it can be harmful to your pets. Pets are vulnerable to several medical conditions related to exposure to rock salt and other melting chemicals. Veterinarians say rock salt gets stuck in the crevices of paws. Paws can then become so irritated the pet can't walk, and if swallowed, rock salt can do a lot of damage to the stomach and intestines.
If they actually ingest it, it can cause salt toxicity, and that can look like things like diarrhea, vomiting, drooling, lethargy, depression, even like tremors and seizures, and if it's really bad, then coma.
Since you can't be sure what products your neighbors are using, it's a good rule of thumb to thoroughly wash paws after walking and playing outside in the winter.
The overall respiratory illness level in Illinois has increased. We went from moderate to high. Flu activity continues to climb. RSV cases look like they've stabilized. There was a slight bump for babies. More than half the counties in Illinois are at an elevated level. That's especially for people in the hospital with COVID-19. A total of 18 counties are listed at a high level for those cases. It was 14 at the beginning of the year.
Governor J.B. Pritzker held an event to celebrate the state's economic wins in 2023.
Today, Illinois has a $1 trillion GDP, the 5th largest in the nation, record job growth, and historic business creation. With fiscal responsibility comes opportunity to invest in the kind of incentives that bring both innovative startups and Fortune 500 companies to our state.
The governor said Illinois had record economic development in key sectors, including electric vehicles and renewable energy. Pritzker credited the state's competitive incentives, modernized infrastructure, and highly qualified workforce for attracting companies that helped expand the local economy.
Small businesses have a chance to apply for $25 million from the state. The Illinois Back to Business Grant Program offers financial relief to businesses that opened between January 2020 and December 2021 and were impacted by the pandemic. Most of those businesses haven't been eligible for state and federal emergency relief until now. The finance company Lendistry is distributing the money. Small businesses can apply for grants of up to $30,000. Applications close tomorrow, January 11th.
A local nonprofit helps job seekers find a career. Workforce Connection held a job fair in Loves Park. 25 employers from industries like healthcare and manufacturing were accepting applications. Participants could engage in on-the-spot interviews, conversations, and get potential employment offers. Organizers say these events are about more than finding jobs.
There's a lot of networking that's happening between employers as well as job seekers. So that in turn helps job seekers as well as employers fill their vacancies. I think it just adds to the community and it helps the employer base out. There's quite a few employers that are seeking job seekers right now, so we're hopeful that it leads to full-time employment or part-time employment for these job seekers.
Workforce Connection hoped to help connect 200 people to a new career today. Republicans in the U.S. House of Representatives have started an effort to impeach the Secretary of Homeland Security.
Up next, lawmakers say the cabinet members responsible for the recent surge of migrants crossing the southern border.
And coming up at 6, the Hard Rock Casino had a record year of earnings, the millions in cash being brought to the state line.
Our temperatures falling just a bit this evening as we get a little closer to sunset. Temperatures will rise briefly ahead of some light snow that'll move in. Could cause some slick conditions for that Thursday morning commute. Bigger system the next couple of days. We'll time that out for you in the first warn forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
House Republicans kick off their effort to impeach the Homeland Security Secretary.
Lawmakers blame him for the surge of migrants at the southern border. Washington, D.C. correspondent Jesse Tenur reports on the proceedings.
Congress is now going to have to take the next step.
Speaker Mike Johnson gave his stamp of approval Wednesday as House Republicans launched their first impeachment hearing into Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas.
Our evidence makes it clear. Secretary Mayorkas is the architect of the devastation that we have witnessed for nearly 3 years.
Tennessee Congressman Mark Green, the top Republican on the Homeland Security Committee, blames Mayorkas for the surge of migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border. Green says he wants to remove Mayorkas from office because he refuses to enforce immigration laws.
The Secretary has abused his authority and put Americans at risk.
But the committee's top Democrat, Mississippi Congressman Benny Thompson, accuses Republicans of playing politics. Thompson argues Mayorkas' actions are not high crimes and misdemeanors.
This impeachment is a sham.
On the other side of the Capitol, Senate Democrats and Republicans have been negotiating with Mayorkas over a sweeping border security package.
Have been working tirelessly to reach a framework.
Mayorkas said Monday the country's immigration laws have to change.
Our system has not been updated for decades, and yet the landscape of migration is so dynamic and so much different than it was years ago.
But lawmakers are still divided over policies like parole programs that allow asylum seekers to wait in the U.S. for their court proceedings. In Washington, I'm Jesse Tenor.
If the House votes to impeach Mayorkas, the case would go to trial in the Senate. They would decide whether to convict him. The last time lawmakers impeached a cabinet secretary was in the 1800s, and the Senate acquitted him. Snow looks to move back into the state line later tonight.
After the break, Candace will tell us how much we can expect to get, along with when another major system could reach us.
Now, your first warn weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, Things are a little more quiet tonight compared to where they were this time yesterday evening. Tomorrow we'll have another round of some light snow kind of working out, but then keeping an eye on our next system moving in late Friday and then into Saturday. Actually, all throughout the day on Friday into Saturday. Quiet conditions out there now. We take a live look with our SkyTrack camera on the top of the Supply Corps building, brought to us by Window World. As we deal with the cloud cover here, that'll stick with us going through the night tonight, but that active pattern, something that'll continue for at least the next several days. We've got a quick moving clipper system just to the west and northwest of us. This will bring in some light snow after about 9 o'clock tonight, looking at about 1 to 2 inches here, kind of the peak coming in around midnight and then moving out early tomorrow. So there could be some slick conditions tomorrow morning for that commute. Stronger low pressure system moves in then on Friday, accumulating snow likely with this one Friday going into Saturday. Could be a decent amount of snow too, depending on the track of that system, but this will have a little more wind with it, which I think as we get through Friday evening, Friday night, the risk for blowing and drifting snow will increase during the overnight hours into Saturday. And then we've got dangerous wind chills to follow late into the weekend and early next week. Wind chills as low as 30 to even 35 degrees below zero. So a big drastic change in our weather from what we've been accustomed to so far this winter season. Cloud cover out there right now. Here comes that storm system. This is 10, 11 o'clock overnight. We've got some light snow here working in. So again, we'll see some accumulations with this, especially with temperatures in the upper 20s, close to 30 degrees. 1 to 2 inches coming up here going into the early morning hours of tomorrow. That moves out for the morning commute, but some slick conditions are going to be possible. So again, give yourself a little extra time with that. 26 degrees, that's where we'll head for the overnight tonight. Winds will shift from the southeast to the west and remain at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Temperatures have actually been dropping just a bit here this evening. We're at 27 in Rockford, Freeport, 25 in Monroe, but our wind chills stay in the teens. 28 for our weather watcher Terry down in Genoa, and a southerly wind at 8 miles per hour. That wind has been a little on the blustery side from time to time and will remain with us here as we go through this evening and into tomorrow. 28 degrees for tomorrow afternoon. We've got another chance of some snow moving in late tomorrow night. This snow moving in Thursday night into Friday. Again, we'll start off dry and then it becomes a little more of a heavy wet snow into the morning hours on Friday. So there is going to be some snow likely coming down for Friday morning. Might not be quite as heavy, but could see kind of another heavy wet snow during the mid to late morning hours on Friday as temperatures rise into the low 30s by the time we get into Friday afternoon. By Friday evening, temperatures will begin to drop as a large low pressure system moves in from the southwest. This one taking almost a very similar track to the one we had yesterday, but this deepening a little further than what we had yesterday. So the wind really starting to pick up with that. The exact storm track is still uncertain with this, but there is the high probability that we'll see some accumulating snow, first starting out kind of as a heavy wet snow, and then we'll see that lighten up to more of a fluffy snow Friday into Saturday. And when you got that wind increasing, I am concerned with some blowing and drifting snow, some of which could be fairly significant overnight Friday into Saturday. And then look at that big drop in temperatures by the time we get into the weekend and next week, several days of single-digit highs and overnight lows down into the down below zero.
Yeah, there are quite a few below zero temperatures on that 7 day. Thanks, Candace.
Scott's in next with sports. He'll tell us about 2 blockbuster boys basketball games that'll take place tonight in Rockford.
And the Bears are shaking up their coaching staff, but not everyone's getting the boot.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
At the moment, it appears that the race for the boys' Nick 10 basketball championship is a 2-team race between Guilford and Auburn. Tonight, those 2 teams will meet at Auburn. The Vikings are 9-0 in conference play. The Knights are 1 game back in the loss column with a record of 7-1. Their 1 loss was to Belvedere North. Guilford is the defending Nick 10 champion. Last season, these 2 teams split their 2 regular season battles, but Auburn won a rematch in the regional championship game behind a 20-point outing from Rakeem Cheney. Cheney is back to lead the Knights again, along with Amir Danforth. The Vikings have a host of players who are getting the job done this season. No tickets will be sold at the door tonight. It's a sellout. All the highlights here at 10. Here are the other games in Nick 10 boys basketball tonight. Freeport plays at Belvedere, Harlem at Boylan, and Hononegah playing at Jefferson as well as East at Belvedere North. There will be another blockbuster boys game playing out on the east side of Rockford this evening. Rockford Christian will take on Lutheran in their annual Crosstown Showdown. This is a non-conference game, but that doesn't make it any less significant for these two teams. The Crusaders' record is 12-6. The Royal Lions' record is 10-2. Matt Eberflus will be back for a third season as the Bears head coach. He's not going anywhere. They'll have a bunch of new assistants on the offensive side. Pretty much every offensive assistant was fired today. That includes offensive coordinator Luke Getzey. His play calling just never synced up with Justin Fields. The Bears offense made some improvement this season, but the Bears still ranked only 27th in the league in passing. Also fired were receivers coach Tyler Tolbert and running backs coach Omar Young. Connor Bedard underwent surgery today on his broken jaw. Blackhawks team physician Michael Terry says it was a success. Bedard is expected, though, to need 6 to 8 weeks to recover. The Ice Hogs are getting one of their top scorers back. Brett Seney has been sent back down by the Blackhawks. When he was called up last month, he was second on the Ice Hogs in scoring. In 4 games with the Blackhawks, Seney did not score a point. And the Ice Hogs are going to have one player in the AHL All-Star Classic. 20-year-old defenseman Ethan Del Mastro makes it. He has 17 points in 31 games as an Ice Hog. He's played in every game this season. The All-Star action will take place in Silicon Valley February 4th and 5th. And Fred VanVleet and the Houston Rockets will make their one and only appearance at the United Center this season tonight. The Rockets will take on the Bulls. VanVleet is averaging more than 17 points per game. When he was with the Toronto Raptors, he played twice this season in Chicago. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Well, we know we have some winter weather coming tonight, but it's hard not to look at what's at the end of your 7-day temperatures.
Yeah, those below zero temps are kind of distracting. Let's be honest.
And it's a big drastic change, from what we've been used to. And that's, I think, what we really have to kind of focus on, too, is the cold that is coming in behind the system, something we haven't felt so far this winter season. But we do have some snow tonight, 1 to 2 inches coming up late tonight into tomorrow. The First Warn interactive radar, you can always follow the snow as it moves through. So that moves out. Another round of snow comes in Thursday night into Friday. This again will have a little more moisture with it, so some wet snow transitioning to a drier snow. Blowing and drifting snow can make travel difficult to dangerous Friday night into Saturday.
Thanks, Candace.
And thank you for spending some time with us. Stay safe.